Like 10 years ago, we were in this very warehouse. I remember seeing you coming in here. What were you doing here? Why did you get here?
So I spent 2 summers and I was organizing some medical supplies in this warehouse. And I would say most of it was against my own will. My parents kind of forced me to do it. They didn't want me messing around in the summer doing whatever teenage kids do. So I came here but honestly, it was a little bit reluctant, but it turned out to be one of the best experiences of my life and like changed my view. And since then, I've grown a passion for helping people in less fortunate situations, and I've kind of wanted to devote majority of my life towards that, rather like help other people than just help myself be better. Yeah. I'd rather help both at the same time.
So then August, you and I were on a flight. You had just finished your finance degree, your London internship. You came to Zimbabwe with us. What'd you find? What were you expecting to find? What did you find?
So I just graduated in finance from Boulder, and I found myself kind of not really wanting to enter directly into corporate America. So I spent some time and I decided to go volunteer with Matter in Zimbabwe for 4 months. And one of my main inspirations as well was this Instagram page that I found called Uganda Skateboarding Society. And I saw this little 5-year-old girl skating on a half pipe barefoot, and it brought tears to my eyes. And I never felt a calling to do something like that in my life. So I decided to go volunteer with Matter. I packed 20 skateboards in my bag and I moved to Zimbabwe. And so I started skating and making friends there. And I started skating in the township areas where the local people live there. And right away, I heard little 2-year-old kids to elderly people all screaming at me, "Kiwa, Kiwa," which means white person, white person. I said, this is kind of ironic, like this is a tourist town. And in this area that I'm in, it seems like it's like kind of totally racially divided. And this airport road, which is more of a wall, I saw. And so when tourists go to this town, they don't really go on that side of the wall. They don't see how the people who have been there for generations truly live. And I found that kind of ironic. And this tourist town gets such a large influx of capital, but I saw nothing really was going back to the people who live there for generations. And I thought, how can I change this? How can I integrate these divided communities? So I had the idea to build a community center, free use. So in town there's no public playground. There's no public community center like we have here, which I feel like we take for granted a lot. You can drive 10 miles basically wherever you are and go to a public playground. Here, these kids, they're playing in the streets and rolling in the gutters, which has led to rising societal issues such as drug abuse in teens and alcoholism. Basically, the only place there is a community area is a bar. So you have people going there and just drinking, which, doesn't really have a positive outcome. So I had the idea to build this free use community center where anyone could go, no matter your age, no matter your race, no matter your economic status, and you could have positive benefits and have a equal voice, no matter who you are, which doesn't exist in the town or basically anywhere in Zimbabwe. So that's why we had the idea to make this place set an example, not only to the rest of Zimbabwe, but the whole continent of Africa. So once we complete this, our goal is to go other places and implement this same idea in other similar areas.
So every day at 5 p.m., 60 kids show up outside of your door, and you live in this community. What are they doing?
Yeah, so I've started a skateboarding club directly outside of my apartment. So at 5:30, 60 kids will come line up outside of my apartment. And at first, a lot of these kids, they were taking the boards away from each other's feet. This shirt my mom just got. So I also bring art supplies to the kids, and they make drawings of skating. And so one of the kids drew me, and they made all these shirts of it. On the back says Victoria Falls Skateboarding Club. So I'm actually in the process of registering for my own nonprofit right now. I'm trying to create a nonprofit skateboarding brand where we get a new showcase of art in areas where skateboarding is not very popular. So Zimbabwe, we put like an elephant on a skateboard, make that art, and then we sell that merchandise and give the profits back to making skating more accessible to that community. So I've been working on that currently. And this community center that we're building will have the first proper skate park in the whole country of Zimbabwe. So I think that's really cool to me. But
I think you had something you wanted to say to your grandma.
I would like to thank you especially for involving us in this, because I mean, especially if I didn't grow up in my situation, I would want to go make a bunch of money too, and I would have the same kind of, I don't know, idea that everyone has now. Like most of my friends, they're working in corporate America. They're making more money than me, but I mean, are they doing something that they truly like? I can't really answer that for them, but a lot of them originally, when I told them that I'm moving to Zimbabwe, they thought like I was crazy at first. They said, "Is there water in Zimbabwe?" Like a lot of people didn't really know the true situation. And I didn't take that advice really, and I just decided like I have the feeling that I want to go do this. I have the calling to go do this, so I'm going to go do it. And it was one of the best decisions of my life, and there's no turning back now.
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to say, I know it's time up, but he's being modest when he says, so I was there with my friend Liz in February, and we got him an apartment, he got a car, and the next couple days he started going outside with some skateboards, and it started at around 30 kids. Sometimes there's 70. It's Saturday and Sunday, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. There's a bunch of kids out there. It's a one-way street. And he had the chief of police come by because somebody complained just to see.
Did he go to jail? I think you went to jail.
Yeah, they locked me up, and no. But basically, this guy was angry. He said, "Is this the safest place for these kids to play?" I said, "Yes. There's no public playground. There's no community center. You guys haven't built anything. So this is where the kids can most safely play." In the 2 hours that we're there, there's 10 cars that pass. So it's kind of like a side road, not much. No, it's not a.
But they did haul you to the police station, and Blessing had to pull you out.
Yeah, Blessing saved me, and yeah, but I don't know. There's a good saying where you try to help, and these people, they get angry. So that's I had the idea to build this place, which will be the first safe place for kids to play publicly in this whole town. And obviously, you can help people by keeping them alive longer, building hospitals. But if there's no sense of community in the town, then I don't know, it says something about it. So that's why I'm trying to integrate these racially divided areas and bring people together, provide a safe space for kids to play, for adults to work out. We're going to have mental health counseling there. So a lot of these issues, we're going to have educational talks on women empowerment and career readiness and parenthood, all these different things. We want to help educate the people there.
Bringing beauty into the world through playfulness, and I believe that is true.